I have this sketchbook and this sketchbook. I want to finish both of them today. These are the outside sketchbooks. Since it's literally the prettiest season right now, why don't we go outside and find the perfect autumn or fall inspiration? Paint with some leaves, do a plein air painting. The options are endless. Watercolor, obviously. The dry bag and the wet bag. If you don't know about this system, I've popped the video below explaining how I pack my bag. We've only just arrived, but I really like the look of this tree. The way these vines or things go all the way up the trunk, I think it's going to look really cool, especially with acrylic markers. The colour palette is a little bit weird though. Grabbed a handful, so we'll just have to make do with what we got. I think these two are shiny, so we'll start here. Oh, it's quite big actually, isn't it? It's such a strange colour to start on. Now it's not going to be completely accurate. I just want to try and get across all of these patterns, do a little bit of negative space, fill in what's around. And there's a little bit here that twists kind of like this. Okay, we've got the metallic green, but I kind of want that to be like an accent color. So instead we're going to go for this green and loosely pop in the background. I kind of want it to look sketchy. Obviously we're working very fast, so I'm not too concerned, just to frame the piece a little bit better. And then of course we need to add the grass that's on top of all of this. I guess it's like moss. Okay, let's just draw on all the spirals here. It's fine. Just little bits of grass on top of all the ones that we've left. And typically negative space is associated with watercolor. It's actually really quick if you use it with acrylics or something. So you don't have to worry about layering, because sometimes you just don't have time to layer. It's not necessary. I do quite like the yellow that's peeking through on this. I think we'll just loosely kind of dry brush a little bit of grass here on top, just to show it's a bit overgrown. We'll have to do something else with that rogue tree that's next to it as well. Back to the yellow and just define some of these branches a little bit. Don't want to lose the highlight though, so we're not going over it. I quite like it being white. I think it really stands out that way. Just going around. And do you see how dry brushing adds texture? With acrylics, you don't always have to fill in the space and create these lovely flat washes, especially for something like a tree. And just a little bit of highlight to this rogue little tree that's next to this one. It's tiny and it's not super accurate, but it's fine. We just need to show that there's something there. We've used these three. You can see it's a little bit shiny, so there's just these two left. This looks a lot more blue than I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. Little bit just for emphasis. Maybe a couple of squiggly lines too, just to make sure that it's loose. And lastly, there's this kind of blue color. Isn't exactly in there in real life, but I thought it might be fun to add a slightly brighter color. Saying that, it looks kind of muted. And we're not completely following what's in front of us. It's more taking inspiration and then looking at the piece and deciding where the shadows are in this piece. Because otherwise, if we were doing it perfectly, we would be here all day. Okay, that is the first one all done. It's a little bit shiny, very autumnal. Oh, there's some water. I thought that's what we could hear. It's like a tiny little stream though. I don't think we could turn this into art. Oh, okay, this framing I love. You see the way we've got the branch at the bottom, a little bit of light in the middle, color in the back, and then trees on both the right and left. This is the framing that I would choose for a piece. Okay, literally just turned around on this side. You see the way the fence is right next to the path? This is also another scene that I will always love and choose. I love following a path like this. It's just set up perfectly to create. Okay, like very simple. Because everything is already set out, all you'd have to do is find the path, follow the path, put that there, and then we've got our fence here. Lovely, there's a tree right here. I love these. And trees in the back as well. See, already you can tell that the framing is just better. And then we'll dry brush the path. Green, maybe a yellow again. Add a highlight to the side of the trees. Add some leaves to this, which I think we're just gonna do as like little squiggles. This bit here is all grass. That's kind of all grass really, but we've got some slotted in here as well. Loose squiggles, a little bit bigger up here. So that shows the light coming through. There isn't as much up here. It's a little bit sloped as well. And then there's actually a highlight on this fence. So far we have only used the 3 colors. It's not super accurate, but that's fine. Add some of the shapes of the trees, I think, with this weird kind of yellow cream color. And then I think we need a darker color. Something like these two. For the edge of the tree. Again, this is quite pastel-y though. It's not super dark. Make do with what we've got. Just get the edge of the tree like this. Darker part here where it's kind of in shadow. Oh, a squirrel. Oh yeah, this is darker. This is what we're gonna add the details with. A little bit wiggly because that's kind of where the leaves and the grass comes over. Slightly in the wrong place, but it'll be okay. We'll add some rogue trees back here as well. And you see how in 5 minutes you can quickly sketch a scene? It's super recognizable already with the way the path, the fence, the trees go. If you choose a recognizable scene like this that has obvious shapes, it doesn't have to be super accurate for you to know what it is. Alright, I think we'll leave this to dry. Move on, let's go find somewhere to paint with watercolor. This tree, I do want to sketch this later. It's really weird, I don't know what happened. Like, how is this tree still standing? Does anyone know what might have happened? It looks so strange. It looks cool though. Okay, so unfortunately the best spot is right in the middle because obviously we want the sky behind the tree. If we do it any other side, there'll be trees behind, you won't see it. I don't want to go right there, it's right in front of all of the paths. So how's about we go over here? I have a blanket. I think I forgot an eraser. Oh, it's actually been ages since we last did it. The last one was May when we went to Castle Ruins. We spent 3 hours there creating as much art as possible. This one's a little bit more chill. If we pop the tree over here, I might make it just a little bit bigger so it's a bit more of the main focus. And then we've obviously got the grass. Go slightly downhill. The hills in the background. I'm gonna switch to fine liner because I cannot rub this out. We're gonna use watercolor so it doesn't need to be super accurate. Obviously we are working quickly. It's not the warmest day. It's not really sunny either. It literally gave out sun all day and now it's pretty much disappearing. Quite a sparse tree. I think just some little squiggles will work. And the grass, follow that over here. It is a little bit more zoomed in than it is in real life. You also have to work with what you're comfortable with. And I'm not a huge fan of painting in front of people. I think that's good enough to begin. I think that one's great actually. Maybe a tiny bit of blue. Start by adding the deepest clouds in, I think. Oh, it looks really dark, but that is kind of what it looks like. And it's a little bit brighter further along, a bit more grey. I do tend to blend the sky out, but because there's so many clouds, I think maybe the wet on dry might be better than wet on wet. Add a tiny bit of blue, but it's really grey right now. And then we'll just work our way to the front. Maybe just a little bit more yellow, a bit of red too. Add a little bit of colour to this tree as well, just because it's already on the brush. Then it's a little bit more green in this area. Still a little bit of yellow. But because it's autumn, there's actually a lot of red and brown. Ooh, we need to help on this side now. Is all the brown area, so we need to make that more green. This bit here is all of the trees. That was a slight mistake. All of this is actually green. When it comes to the fields, I do really struggle because there's actually a lot of detail and I don't really know how to add it quickly. So I think we're just gonna make it green and then drop some color in. Just keep it looking quite loose. A little bit chilly though, so I don't think we're going to be here too long. Just working very quick with it. We might even be able to add some splatters. Maybe. I haven't quite achieved that yet. I don't think I've really tried it for a plein air painting. Oh, it's definitely feeling colder now we're sat down. Just add a little bit of grass here. It's still wet, so it looks a little bit fuzzy. I kind of like that bloom there. I think that looks cool. I might add some more. It's not super brown, but we do want it to stand out. We do need a bit more contrast. We need this to be the focal point as as well. Grab a little bit more of that red brown just to re-add some of the edges of the tree. Don't remember what color it is. I made this palette so long ago. Maybe like a red ochre, something like that. Or just a light red. Just make the edge of a tree, and then it's okay if the rest is quite blurry, as long as we have a bit of a border. The leaves are a little bit more orange, so if we go for something like this bright red with the yellow, hopefully we'll get a nice vibrant orange. Obviously we're making it a bit brighter than it actually is. I guess the trick is to leave gaps for the sky to shine through. That's where it will actually look like a tree. Maybe we could drop a little bit of water just to see what will happen if we make it a little bit more loose and flowy. Back on this house, it's pretty white, so I'm just going to make it a little bit yellow. Let's see if we can add some splatters. Grab whatever this color is. I've never done this with a water brush. I don't know if it will work. Oh, a little bit yellow and that lovely red. Maybe grab a little bit of the lemon yellow as well. Try and keep it a little bit more contained to this area. There is a bug. Usually I don't tend to add splatters because it can take a while to dry, but since we have 2 sketchbooks, it's okay. Oh, some of these leaves are so pretty. They're pointless to paint, but they're nice, like red. Why is it when everything's looking all pretty, it's gold? Trying to warm up. There's loads of leaves around. We're actually going to be using this. In this loop, we're going to have a look for some leaves and try and paint them. Well, okay, not paint them, use them to paint. You'll see. Okay, we need to find some cute leaves. Something like, I mean, that one is tiny, but we're going to need some small ones because this is for the smaller sketchbook. Grab whatever's on the floor. What have we got? Oh, what about this? Well, that's quite an interesting one. Could try that, although it looks a little bit odd. Ew. Oh, there's a snail on that one. Oh, yeah, that's a nice leaf. Maybe something like that as well. Ooh, that's a proper leaf. Let's do it. Here is the leaf collection. That's still drying. Got a paper bag to pop all the used leaves in so that we don't have a dog touch the paint or anything. Sketchbook and the water brush, of course. Okay, so when I did this before, I actually found that painting the leaf was the easiest. Like, that gave the better result. Just try painting this side. I don't know if it looks prettier on the leaf though, if it's actually gonna work, but we're just experimenting. Can't create autumn art without leaves. And this is the best time of year to do it, so we might as well give it a try. Let's see if this has done anything. It's done something, maybe a little bit less actually. So it's kind of pooling. Yes, less is better. Okay, maybe not that little. Pop that one aside in the bag. Next, I want to see if we add lots of paint, what will happen if we drop a leaf into it. I don't know if anything will happen, honestly. It's literally not watercolor paper. We add lots and lots to it. I think it might remove some of the liquid. I'm not too sure. That didn't really do much. Try the bigger one. It's sort of done something, but it's not really done much. I do think painting is the easiest way. Well, that's good to know. Pop that to one side. What if we try this again? Painting on it, and we could also try the front instead of the back. I don't know if that will make much difference. And I guess we want a little bit on here as well, if it works. Oh, well, considering how we started, that's definitely better. Well. It's very subtle, but it's kind of pretty. What if we add a little bit of water? We've run out of water. Let's go for the other brush. This is why I always take 2. Maybe add a little bit of blue, fill in some of these gaps. Okay, this isn't quite what I was going for. Oh, the sun's come out. Yeah, just fill in this gap a little bit. Oh, this looks cute. I like it. How about we paint this one now? We'll probably only get one chance to get this one right. Oh, it's very flimsy. Maybe we will just do it one at a time because I don't know how I'm going to balance all of this. Let's choose this one now. I think I'm going to do this same leaf again because this one worked pretty well. We might just fill in some more gaps, I think, with the same leaf. It does get a little bit messy, but you really don't need much to do this. Just a bit of paper and some watercolor. Look how pretty that is. Made a little bit of a mess though. Oh, is that dry yet? Oh. Though. Got these two little ones to try now. And to be honest, I think this is the easiest way to fill a sketchbook, especially if it's an autumnal spread. Like, why not? The leaves are around, they're already off the trees. Why not use them to create art? Yes, that's dry now. Unfortunately, the blue is staining, so I'm now gonna have blue fingers for the rest of this. Yeah, maybe that was a little bit too much. It's just a learning curve, really. I think there's so many different ways to do this. I have also dabbed the leaf on the watercolor before, but I found that didn't work as well. A slightly different shade of blue. This is cerulean. And this is kind of messy, but it's all outside, so you could easily do this with children. Oh, that's like really unique, that pattern. I like it. This is the other little one. Let's try the front this time. See if that does anything. Oh, that's pretty. Watch me turn my fingers blue. Ah, that one turned out really cool. I don't think this one is working as well, maybe because it's slightly curly. It's just kind of doing something different every time. We've also got this big one, which might just cover up everything. Unfortunately, with something like this, it's always going to get over your fingers. If you're using watercolor, it literally just washes off. Okay, is this one dry? No, it's not. Just need it to dry. We've got one more on the back there, and we've got one on the back there. If we can put down the leaves as a base, treat it like a background, we can add to it with acrylic. Maybe, hopefully that'll work. You know, this blue here is a lovely shade. It's here as well, although that's a little bit of iridium. I really love these colors. Finally, the sun's come out. Okay, that is almost dry, and we'll paint this one purple. Because of the size of this leaf and the size of the sketchbook, we're only really gonna have one chance with this. So we need to make sure it's fully coated. Oh, that's pretty. I did accidentally move it. I might just add a bit of water, something around the edge to frame that, because I do like it. I think that's a bit too pink. Needs more water. Maybe like a green. I don't mind if some of the pink shows. We're not going to completely cover it. I think it will look cool having several colors on it. Oh yeah, that one's cool. Oh, I like that too. Okay, that was a little bit messy. To be honest, I actually really like the last one. And I like the other two we did in here too, so I might leave these ones. In this sketchbook, I like this one. That page is pretty cool. But I think we can draw on top of the pink one and maybe add some line work to the others. Any of these acrylic markers, these are the ones I brought. Lots of browns and greens, actually the right colors now. When we went to the woods before, I only bought bright colors like red. Okay, so what if with this we grab metallic green? Could that work? Just to make it a little bit more of a piece. Say we could add a little bit there. Does that look metallic? Oh, a little bit. It's a tiny bit glittery. What if we add a bit of an outline? Like this. This is kind of scary. And we could do the same on this side, and you could add a little bit down the middle because it is glittery. Oh, that glitter looks so pretty in the sun. Could try and make a leaf because this is obviously just a part of something. We've also got a random blob here which we could try and make into a leaf like this. Why don't we do leaf shapes around the background? Can you guess what I'm gonna say? And then color it in. So it is negative space. It's always negative space. Oh, my hands are getting shaky. Must be lunchtime. Okay, do you see how now that looks like an actual piece? But we've still got all of that lovely original texture. It's just framed it. We can even add just a little vein down the middle of each of the leaves. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much more now. On the other side, we had this one, which I want to draw that tree trunk. Oh, it looks like this one is glittery too. So how's about we don't... Oh, that is not what I expected. You can see some of the leaf design on the back though, which does look cool. A bit tricky, but if we try and add some of the leaves loosely, ignore the fact that it looks like it's glowing this orange. These are the big bits of grass that I got earlier. And we'll just grab a different color. Ooh, maybe this one? Oh, this one's glittery as well. If we just stick to browns, I think it'll go really well with the pink rather than adding like green or blue to the mix. Because we have created a lot of green pieces so far. Squiggles everywhere, that might fix it. This isn't what I was expecting. This one I think turned out so much better. It's kind of cute. We got to reuse the one that didn't really work and make it into something a bit prettier. Obviously we can't touch any of these because look at these patterns. Oh, we did it. We managed to complete 2 sketchbooks in just one little autumnal walk. Thank you for coming along and joining me today, and especially my Patreon supporters, thank you. I hope you're feeling creative and in the full spirit now. I'll meet you back here in a few days' time. Bye bye.